I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. So that will help me grow as a channel, and that will help me take care of the cost of production of this YouTube channel and the other two channels that I have, Punneit Astrology Hindi and Lifetime Soul. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. We are entering the month of November, and this is a month where Jupiter makes its transit out from Capricorn, out from the debilitation, and goes to the sign of Aquarius. Sun also leaves the house of debilitation, the Libra zodiac sign, and enters the sign of Scorpio, joins Ketu. Let's quickly discuss ascendant by ascendant what this November month has to offer. We will take a peek view in just short, crisp analysis that will help us guide through this very important month. But before that, do not forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. To get my notifications in case you don't get, also you can join my Telegram channel where I upload Telegram exclusive short videos, and all the links of my videos from all channels are shared there. So it's like one-stop repository. So please follow me there. Also, you can follow me on Instagram for quick reels and much interesting stuff. Let's begin with November transit videos. But yes, if you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. Aries ascendant. Now definitely in case of Aries ascendant, if you try to observe that Jupiter and Saturn at the start of the month will be in the 10th house, Mars and Sun in the 7th house, but at the end of the month Jupiter is already in the 11th house, Saturn steadily goes in the 10th house, and Mars in the 7th house. However, if you see, there's a movement of Sun, but Venus remains in the 9th house. So that is why this is quite an auspicious month, Venus being in the 9th house. Also, career wise, this is going to give you great opportunities because there is a motion of Jupiter, and Jupiter is going to move from the 10th house to the 11th house. This is very much auspicious, especially because Jupiter rules your 9th house. People who are connected with foreign countries, foreign trade, export import, hospitals, asylums are going to benefit from this Jupiterian transit. And Saturn, once it becomes alone in the 10th house, no longer has the responsibility for the Neech Bhanga, and therefore it will exclusively have the exchange of Mars and Saturn. This will happen from 21st of November. So this is a very good time for any kind of resolution that has to be brought in career and marriage, because 7th house is marriage. Mercury will transit from the 6th house. As you can see at the start, it's exalted, and then it will cover in the sign of Libra, and then it will move to the sign of Scorpio towards last 10 days, and it will join Sun and Ketu. So definitely loans can be on the cards. If you are looking out for any kind of loan, this can be a good possibility. Overall, this is going to be a very positive transit throughout the month. Mars is in the sign of Libra and Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius. Therefore, this is giving great opportunities to align your life in a positive way, correct your karmas, close all the loopholes, and then come out victorious. So this seems to be a very positive month, but the only thing is, because Sun is caught up either debilitated or it is caught up either with Ketu, the month might not be as productive as it may seem. Especially for students, they can see that the results is not coming up to the mark. So pray to Ma Mahasaraswati, and also you can pray to Ma Mahadurga. Also, chanting Hanuman Chalisa will help wonders for you. November month, you should try to resolve issues and donate the funds for education of poor children. Overall, this is a very positive month with some resistance, but I think you can make the best of use of it. In case of Taurus ascendant, if you observe that Rahu will be in the first house and Venus continuously remains in the 8th house and Mars remains in the 6th house. So when the first lord is continuously in the 8th house and when Rahu continues to be in the first house, definitely it can create scenarios where you are more interested into finding out the secrets, especially secrets of relationships. This can disturb the relationship with your in-laws, so you have to be slightly careful. Although Venus is forming a Neej Bhang Rajyog from the 6th house to the 9th house, Ketu's energy in the 7th house can be disruptive for marriage. The one good thing is that Jupiter, which is the dispositor of Venus, that means your dispositor of your ascendant lord, goes in the 10th house, comes in Kendra, and this brings more control to life than any other time of life. Now, this Jupiter in the 10th house will aspect Mars, will control any dispute that is associated with business and marriage, because business and marriage is going to be the theme for the Taurus ascendant people. And those who are not eligible for marriage, those who are students, you will see that the feedback that you get from the circumstances will not be that favorable because of the motion of Sun and Mercury in the 7th house. But don't lose confidence, don't lose hope, because when the Bhagya Lord Saturn is in the Bhagya Sthan, slow and steady will win the race. You have to just think out of the box and control your desire and passion, and you will see that even after all the hurdles and contradictions, you will come out victorious. And for the Taurus ascendant, this month is going to be really positive with a bit of surprise. Now, Gemini ascendant. In case of Gemini ascendant, you see that Venus is in the 7th house for the entire period and Saturn is in the 8th house. Now, this is good for balancing relationships. But if you are Gemini moon sign, you will see that the attempt towards marriage and the attempts towards love can be slowed down by unexpected scenarios. So you have to be aware from that angle. Also, Mercury will be in the 4th house and then in the 5th house along this period in the month of November. And then Sun and Mercury will join Ketu in the 6th house. So definitely Prarabdha is on the card, especially your Prarabdha, your duty towards your mother, your duty towards your home. Good time to buy a property? Yes, if your horoscope allows, this is a good time to invest in a very long-term investment. And career perspective are also going to be good. But this definitely shows that you need to upgrade yourself. You need to learn more by Mercury going in the 5th house. And see, it is this Mercury, which is the 4th and the 1st lord, is with the 11th lord Mars in the 5th house. And definitely this kind of position is only going to bring good luck. After a very long time, this is kind of a very positive month for the Gemini ascendant people, and especially Gemini moon sign. The only thing is that you need to control the desire, the lust that comes in the mind, because Saturn in the 8th and Rahu in the 12th can actually create trouble, especially in marriage. So if you are facing any issue in marriage, you need to handle it positively. Health-wise, I do see that presence of 3 malefics in the 3 malefic houses. If you see Ketu, Saturn and Rahu for the entire month, in fact Sun entering there can impact your health. So you don't take stress and do yoga. Take holistic guidance towards health. Don't eat non-vegetarian food, and you will see that you are as healthy as a young man. So definitely this is going to be health-wise, it can be a slightly challenging month. Take care of your health and everything will be fine. Cancer ascendant. Now, in case of Cancer ascendant, if you observe that Venus is going to be in the 6th house for the entire month and Saturn in the 7th house. It's a good time to understand the responsibility towards your spouse, the responsibility towards relations. This is also the time when the disputes with relatives, especially the distant ones, will be resolved. Your love for animals will increase and you will be in much more seva bhav. The feeling and the emotion towards service will also increase. When Jupiter goes in the 11th house, remember Jupiter goes 11th from the sign of exaltation. And this Jupiter and Venus in the 6th and the 8th house, surprisingly, creates a Shubha Kartari Yoga. This is kind of opposite to Pap Kartari Yoga, because 7th house now hems between the 2 benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, which is extremely beneficial. That means Soon, the criticism that you thought is negative about you is now going to turn out to be a good advice. You will get good advice, you will get good guidance, and your communication will be very crisp and clear and up to the mark. The only thing is that your expectations has to be checked. Now, when Venus finds Rahu in the 6th and through 6th house, this means some sexual disease, hormonal imbalance, and extramarital affair kind of situation can arise in life, especially if you're a Venus in Mahadasha or you're a Venus dominated horoscope. And so in that case, you need to just check your character, and because Saturn in the 7th house is watching everything. Although Saturn and Mars fourth and the 7th house are creating Raj Yoga, and this is extremely good for any kind of issues that you are facing from the home and the marriage and the personal life front. Things will become much more clearer, and your life will now be more productive than you have expected. Make the best use of it. Leo Ascendant. Now, in case of Leo Ascendant, if you see that Venus happens to be in the 5th house, right from the start till the end, Saturn in the 6th house. So definitely this is a good time to, create a name for yourself. Rahu in the 10th house and Venus in the 5th house gives you the opportunity, especially if you are in the field of advertising, media, if you are in the field of gaming, if you are in the field of vlogging, all these fields, music, art, craft, design, even in the IT sector, if you are into the design of websites and digital marketing, you are going to see a boost in your business. One more thing that will happen is that Jupiter will move into the 7th house, and that is going to be a great boost towards your career. Marriage is also on the cards in this case for those people who are eligible for marriage. Your love will now become permanent, I will say. And Saturn in the 6th house inculcates the feeling of seva, the desire. So try to help as many people as you can. Any kind of conflict between parents at home can trouble you because of the presence of Sun and Ketu in the 4th house, especially towards the middle of the month of November. So you just need to, take it easy, take it lightly. Don't force anything. See, Mars in the 3rd house will make you force a lot. And any kind of attempt to do things that you're not supposed to do, like, it's like a wild belief that you can push the wall and you can break the mountain. Think logically and think practically, because Rahu in the 10th house obviously will make you believe that yes, you can achieve. But remember, Mars 8th aspect falls on Rahu. The reality will crush the illusion. So always trust your instinct, trust your strength, but don't overplay anything. Overall, this is going to be a very thought-provoking month for you, a month where you will learn a lot about yourself. Just that your way of expression should be clean, without any abuses, and just have a clean diet, because Venus is in the 4th house. Give yourself some nice treat of exotic fruits and vegetables, some nice delicacies, and you will see you will enjoy the month of November like a charm. Virgo Ascendant. Now, in case of Virgo Ascendant, if you see that as the month starts, Mercury is on the 1st house, so this will be a great start to the month. You will think logically, you will use your experience, you will be planning, things will move, things will be more productive, especially if you're a Virgo moon sign. But as the month progresses, the sun goes into the house of Scorpio, and the moment sun goes into the Scorpio zodiac around middle of November, procrastination will kick in. You will talk a lot, but things will not materialize because might be you are not putting as much effort. And towards the end of November, if you see that after 21st, when Jupiter goes in the 6th house, this can be slightly difficult for you, because now the problem seems to be bigger than normal. How to resolve this? The only way to resolve this is by keep doing the karma, doing what you love to do, and continuing your path towards success. See, Saturn and Rahu in the 5th and 9th, and especially for a Virgo moon sign, can make life a bit difficult, especially towards the last week of November. So if you are facing any kind of struggle, just pray to Lord Shiva. Praying to Shiva and going to Shiva temple and fasting on Mondays will act as a great remedy to counter any disease you are facing, any obstacle you are facing. And when you are doing any action, remember, not to initiate any action with a lot of expectations. It's an Anuradha energy, right? So it's more about surrender. Just pray and you will get what you deserve. Libra Ascendant. Now in case of Libra Ascendant, if you observe that Mars will be throughout for the entire month in the first house and Venus will be in the third house, this is actually great time to communicate your desire to your expectations to your spouse, your family members. But this also means that too much of feedback from the public will also change you to be somebody who you are not. Now remember, 7th Lord going in the first house is good for marriage, but it also means that you may be going underconfident because of criticism or feedback. And when Venus goes in the third house, it means you are just trying desperately to look more charming, more beautiful, maybe improving yourself. It's fine. But also you need to accept that nobody is here to change 100%. Everyone is unique and perfect. You are one in 7.5 billion people on the planet, and maybe there is no more human in the galaxy. If that's the case, then there's nobody like you. You have to accept that fact. You should improve and upgrade yourself, not become completely somebody else. If that is supposed to happen, let it happen. But no, this is not how you change. So you need to not rip apart, and you're not supposed to rip yourself completely into being somebody who you're not supposed to be. Second house, Sun, Mercury and Ketu energy means it will be slightly difficult to communicate because of the lack of confidence. But now you have to speak up, and if you can't express through art, express through music, express through some sort of craft and creative work. Avoid getting tattoo at this time, and avoid smoking because that can be detrimental to health. Otherwise, Mars aspect on the Saturn and Saturn aspect on the sign of Cancer is going to be great for career building. So if you're looking for a good career change, there's the time. But this can take you away from the family. This can take you to a foreign country, a long distance place, some other city. So be ready for those kind of displacement and be ready to get out of the comfort zone. Scorpio Ascendant. Now in case of Scorpio Ascendant, if you see, Venus is going to be in the second house, Ketu in the first house and Saturn in the third house. So there are 3 planets who will remain exactly in the same way they are at the start of the month. Now when 7th Lord goes in the second house, definitely it means that the transformation in the life of your spouse will be the key to this month. This is a good time to get married or invest in investments as suggested by your spouse. When the first Lord goes in the 12th house, this will make you think a lot. Okay, so you have to be careful. You would want to speak much, but won't allow you to speak because Saturn is in the 3rd house. Let Jupiter go in the 4th house and let it balance the Martian energy, because as soon as Jupiter goes in the 4th house, Jupiter will start aspecting Mars. And this aspect on Mars will be the aspect on your ascendant and the 6th house lords. So definitely this is going to be extremely, extremely beneficial. This is the time when you pray to Lord Hanuman. Praying to Hanuman will protect you from any kind of issues in travel or any kind of loss that you think you can. Yes, you will be more skeptical towards life and you will be scared taking decisions. Don't take random gut-based decision based on gut feeling or somebody told to do so you will just simply blindly follow. No. When Rahu is in the 7th house, blind following goes out of the question. Let Venus take in charge for once. Let things go easy. And this is the time when you invest in your family. You love your family. You shower your love. You do things for the family. You appreciate your family members. And try to spend more time with them. And then you will see that you are spending quality time in the month of November. And November will prove to be a great month. So make the best use of it. Sagittarius Ascendant. In case of Sagittarius Ascendant, if you see that Venus rules 2 Upcha houses, 6th and 11th house, and Venus goes in the 1st house and will remain in the 1st house. It's a very good time for career change. It's a very good time for business change. It's a very good time for loan repayment. This is also a very good time to initiate the karmic cleansing. So on every Friday, try to pray to Ma Mahalakshmi and try to request goddesses, the Devi Shakti, to give you the strength to clear out the prarabdha that you are in, any kind of karmic blockage that you're facing. Now, if you are too deep in trouble, this is the time when you should chant Gajendra Moksha. If you see, the 12th house will always find Ketu, second house will always find Saturn. So it shows steady growth. Mars in the 11th house also gives you the opportunity to make your life more productive. You will see suddenly your productivity must have increased in multiple times. It's only when Mercury joins the sign of Scorpio with Sun when the scare comes into picture. You will be more scared about your destiny. You will be more scared about traveling. Any kind of traveling that is unnecessary should be avoided when Mercury, Sun and Ketu are there in the 12th house. Also, your ascendant lord, which is Jupiter, is right now with Saturn. So definitely it shows that you are in a much controlled position. Whether you like it or not, life is only controlling you. Will go in the sign of Aquarius, and this means that you will start talking about your achievements, your expectations, and this opens up the dimension of communication in your case. Now, when this opens the dimension of communication, you should be not preaching about unnecessary things. You should be more like a friendly communication. This Jupiter transit in the 3rd house is excellent for people who are a teacher, who are communicator, who are into the line of astrology, who are in the business of writing, who are in the business of education field, and also if you are looking out for marriage or stabilizing married life. Now this is something very brilliant. See what happens with the 7th house. Venus will aspect the 7th house, Jupiter will aspect the 7th house, and no other malefic actually aspects the 7th house. So definitely business will improve. You will see that you and your spouse can together, or you and your business partner can together work wonders at this time frame, and this showers all the benefic drishti to the 7th house, and therefore stabilizing issues in marriage. Your ego will simply vanish and you will give up all hindrances, and a new dimension will open. You will learn a lot about yourself, and your actions will also become right. So November is quite an interesting month for you, so make the best use of it. Capricorn Ascendant. Now for Capricorn Ascendant, Saturn will be in the 1st house, and then there will be a movement of Jupiter out of your Ascendant. As soon as Jupiter goes out of Ascendant, you will feel as if your arms are now freer. Your family now supports you. Now you think that towards the end of November, you are in a much better situation. So definitely this shows that the situation now starts improving, and improves for good. Venus in the 12th house can bring transformation in your career and can send you to far off places. So people who are facing visa issues, people who are willing to travel outside or willing to travel to a different city can actually benefit in the month of November, provided your Mahadasha Antardasha allows. Also, if you observe that at the start of the month, see the brilliance that is happening. Saturn is in the 1st house, so first lord is in the 1st house. This is called Panch Mahapurush Raj Yog. Jupiter is causing a Neech Bhang Raj Yog. That means for Jupiter, Saturn is causing the Neech Bhang. Rahu in the 5th house is in Kritika, but in Taurus, so it's kind of exalted. Mercury is exalted in the 9th house, so the entire trine is powerful, but the trine is ridden with planets which needs logic and not emotion. So if this entire month you go on with your logic, you park aside your feelings, and you isolate the love and you isolate your emotions, you keep it aside, like it's your emotions is for yourself, and went out in a very positive manner and stand for people who are true to you, who are the ones who are taking your care. You will see that you will be praised. Your power will increase, your authority will increase because of the Mars in the 10th house, and which also means that no matter what, the king or the kingly feeling, the king will favor you. This is how you can say the king will favor you, but only if you are a true devotee and if you're ready to do some small sacrifices. Small sacrifices will be on the card. Quit laziness. Laziness might increase. So quit laziness, be more active, and you can have a nice walk in the garden, beside a river or beside a lake. Drink plenty of water, and maybe you can go for a small vacation, quick, short vacation. That will also give you some relaxing time. This is more like a relaxing transit. The month will come and the month will go. Don't try too hard because of the 11th house energies are not favoring. So don't try too hard. Otherwise, your gains will be split into two parts. It's like you were supposed to get 2 rupees and now you're going to get 1 rupee, because now instead of 1 there are 2 people to get. Also, you will see that you might also get much more than you have expected in this month, because Ketu can also give you blind wealth. Just make the best use of it and pray to Ma Mahalakshmi, and you will see that all the daridra will go away. Aquarius Ascendant. Now for you, Saturn and Jupiter are in the 12th house, and soon towards the 21st of November, Jupiter will come in the 1st house. Mars is in the 9th house, and Mars rules 10th house. So definitely this shows tremendous changes in career. So if you're looking for a job change, November can be the month that you can target. If you're looking for any kind of transformation in your business, November is the month that you can target. Jupiter coming in the 1st house will aspect the 7th house, so definitely it opens up and widens the opportunities for marriage, and will also correct the relationship with your clients, with your business partners, with people in that with your trade in the market. The only thing is that when Venus is in the 11th house, Venus is your 9th lord. Don't test your luck too much. Trust yourself, because after all, the dispositor of Venus is going to be, or supposed to be, on the ascendant. Trust your instinct, trust your luck, and you will find that if you are ready to get out of the comfort zone and take small risk, calculated ones, you will be in a much better position in the month of November. November is a month when there can be some fight or quarrel with father or father-like figure, with government, so be ready. Prepare yourself to be more humble, more grounded. Otherwise, you will be isolated. People who are going to face cases, court cases, should be careful in this particular month. But overall, this month is extremely positive, and this month has to offer lot to you. Something beautiful, something unique, and something that you will love. So just look out for this particular month with full hope, and pray to Ma Mahalakshmi, and may Mahalakshmi bless you with a nice life. Ascendant number 12, Pisces Ascendant. For you, this is a really good time, because if you observe, the Kendra Bhava at the start of the month will only have benefic planets, which is extremely auspicious. Also, the 11th Lord is in 11th house, and your Ascendant Lord is having a Neech Bhanga. Soon your Ascendant Lord will go in the 12th house and free from the Neech debilitation position. This is an extremely auspicious month, but you will think more and do less. That is the only problem. So procrastination and laziness can be the biggest hurdle in your life. Trusting too much on luck, waiting more than needed, is also going to be detrimental for Pisces Ascendant, especially Pisces moon sign. When you're dealing with issues in marriage and issues in relationship, you have to be way more practical, because aggression will come from the other side, and if you deal aggression with aggression, it's like two cement blocks trying to hit each other. It will only crumble into pieces. You are not going to get anything out of that. Being humble is the key here. Rahu in the 3rd house shows your communication can be fiery, so don't talk in a way that somebody can get hurt. Whereas Rahu in Kritika in the 3rd house also means the amount of energy that you absorb. So when you are doing meditation, try to maintain the mudra of Jnana, which is called this is called Jnana Mudra. Try to sit in a Jnana Mudra position for 15 minutes every day. Clean your hands a lot, and when you are donating something, donate with your own hands, and if possible, eat with your bare hands. Don't use utensils. This will connect you with the body, and suddenly the energy of Rahu, which is basically the energy that can penetrate, you will see more connect with the human body. You will see more connect with the cosmos. Meditation and thinking a lot, basically what you call as philosophical thinking, but in a positive way, not overthinking, is going to be the key to help you in the month of November to steer into the path of positivity. See, this month has a lot to offer, but just that Mars in the 8th house can give you a bit of surprise, because Mars in the 8th house aspects 3rd house, and which means that a sudden knee-jerk reaction can be destructive for you. So don't go for knee-jerk reaction, rather have patience, and you will see that November month will be a brilliant and positive month for you. So seekers, that was the brief analysis of us all ascendants for the month of November. I hope you like. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Share the video among family and friends so that the word of astrology can be spread and they will also know what the month of November has to offer. If you want to take my consultations, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. Check out my other videos and let's explore the world of astrology together. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.